Hello everyone, my name is Lucy. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I finished building this van out 7 months ago and traveled for 5 months around the US and still have not done a van tour. So let's finally do one of those today. So my beautiful van is a used 2021 Ram ProMaster. It is the 2500 medium wheelbase. It was really fun to build out. Honestly, one of my favorite experiences of my life, the challenges that came along with building, having absolutely zero experience. So I'm so excited to show you my prized possession. Okay, let's go inside. So right at the entryway, you can see I have this beautiful piece of art that I found on Etsy. I have a couple of hangers that I put on for my bags. So this is a big overview of the van, but first I'm going to show you my couch. Behind my driver's seat, you can see I have my couch, which is really nice. I love my couch. I have a sliding lagoon table. Pretty small, but I wanted something that didn't feel like super big and something that I didn't have to take off and I could just slide it away. Table, it actually does come out. And sometimes I will just put it behind here so I have a wide open space. Fabric is a beautiful linen fabric and my grandma helped me sew the couch cushions. So these are handmade. Couch is actually has a lot of storage under it. I just remove this cushion here and then lift this up. Pretty gross, but I keep a lot of stuff under here. I keep like propane for camping, a handheld mirror, my hydration pack under here, my self-defense gun down here, which I slept beside me my first like couple weeks on the road. Here is my heater, which does not work anymore. Well, I just haven't fixed it yet. So yeah. So my couch is reversible. There's reversible fabric. My grandma is amazing and decided we should do this. Now when I get bored, I can switch it up. And it's really nice. Thank you, Moochie. Here's the cab. This is where I spent hours and hours, probably thousands of hours at least driving, and it's really comfortable. And the passenger seat actually swivels around. I have it on a swivel. You just pull a lever back and then twist it. And voila. Now another person has a really comfortable seat. And then last little tour of the cab area, I have overhead storage up here and it holds a lot. I keep jackets and extra sheets, hats, belts. So there's a lot going up here and super grateful that the van has that. Okay, so moving on to the back of the van, I have my overhead cabinets. I have 4 overhead cabinets and yeah, I keep a lot up here. So they all open up. I painted this really pretty like pattern on here, this stencil, when I got bored one day. So I store books up here, mostly food, and then some more clothes because I have a lot of clothes in my van. So how can I forget like my favorite part of the van build? This beautiful mirror. Can't really see my whole outfit, but I can see my face, do my hair. So now I'm going to talk about my first kitchen unit. And yeah, the countertops are cherry. I decided on cherry and I put a beautiful polyurethane, I think, coating on it, but it's like food safe and it really brought out the color. This is the spice rack, but it's a really big spice rack and it holds the majority of my food. This was one of my favorite things to build because it was just really hard and it was a challenge. Yeah, so much fun to like try and figure out. There aren't a lot of videos on YouTube on how to build these things. So there are 4 levels to this spice rack and I keep my spices on the first drawer. It's pretty much like whatever I can fit. I don't really like try and categorize it. Drawer right here, it's my junk drawer. It holds my utensils and then just my junk that people keep in a junk drawer. My lighters, my hairbrush, sleeping eye mask pillow thing, my scrunchie. And then this drawer Keeps my bowls, my plates, my Tupperwares. Down here is my fridge. It's one of the smaller fridges on the market. It's the Dometic CRV 65T. I normally keep like my milks and my juice over here, but right now it's holding a lot of stuff. And then this is the freezer right here. Like a regular size pint of ice cream, but you can, fit a small size pint. There's like a couple of levels. Down here is my toilet, my composting toilet. Yeah, this was great when I was traveling, and there were places sometimes when I really had to go and I couldn't find anywhere. And this is the Ogo toilet, by the way. I will link down below all of the appliances I have in my van if you're interested. My amazing, wonderful bed. It is a full-size bed, and this did add a lot of work because I had to make these bed bump outs. I can stretch out and have more than enough room. I love it so much. This is a new duvet cover, by the way. I used to just have like a pale blue one, and I just really needed some more color, some more patterns in here. I had this really cute green dream catcher that a friend gave me. This right here is my favorite thing ever. This is my window frame. It's made out of cedar. Oh my god, it was so fun to like make these angled cuts and put them together. Yeah, it's held up really well, and I just think it's so beautiful. I have these fairy lights, which I will insert a video of them on at night. They're really cute and they just add some character. And then my overhead cabinets. Look at this. All of my clothes are just stuffed in here. Long sleeves right here. I keep my long pants right here. And then I keep my shorts and some of my short sleeve shirts here. I do want to show you this. Just, I don't know, it makes it like night and day of like finished. I don't know, my van just looks so much more done when I added this. Okay, and then over here, this is like my control panel. This is my 12-volt charger. It's where I plug in my charger for my phone. This is for my inverter. These are my lights switches. And this is my battery monitor. So it's where I see how much battery charge my battery has, because I have solar panels on the roof, and I also have a alternator charger, so it charges when I drive. Okay, so now we will move on to the other side of the kitchen. Up the beautiful, beautiful cherry. And so this is the sink, and I have running water. I think it's a pretty deep sink. It's a pretty big sink, I think, for a van, and it's a good sink. I think I'm running out of water right now, actually. I have not regretted it once getting a bigger kitchen sink. Okay, this right here, probably like my second favorite thing of the whole van. These are my tiles. That was so much fun to install. It just changed the whole look of the van when I built it. Here under my sink is where I keep my trash can. Super grateful to be able to find a trash can that fit in this awkward space. My plumbing system is also under my sink. All the water that I use in my sink goes just out straight under my van, so I don't have a gray water tank. I mean, the soap I use is very, very clean. It's very like biodegradable soap. Here is where I keep all of my kitchen supplies, like my spatula, tongs. So down here, keep my shampoo and conditioner, my laundry packets. I will show you my propane tank system. So yeah, I'm not sure what these latches are called. I can't really remember. Maybe some sort of like marine latch, but they latch onto this piece of wood, and then it comes out like this. I used this rubber seal. When I do latch it, it creates a airtight seal, or at least it's supposed to be extremely sure that if the propane tank was leaking, it would not get into my living space. And then this is my oven. It's an oven and stovetop. So yeah, it's a 3 burner, and it runs off propane, so it's sweet. Also an oven, and it's great. It's a big enough space for the oven pan that I put in there, and I don't use microwave. I don't have a microwave in here, so when I need, and I wouldn't use it even though I did have one in here. Why would I have one in here if I didn't use it? Long story short, I heat up my food in this oven, so I'm super happy I put it in. So my pots and pans are in here, and it's a lot of storage. Holds everything I need. Down here, I store a lot of stuff. I store my mixing bowls, my strainer, my blender. That's under there. It's a really good amount of storage, I think, for a van. I added this shelf just kind of as like an afterthought. But I keep my toiletries up here. I keep my deodorant, little rose spray, toothpaste, and toothbrush. A little felt womb that I made at a women's festival. This up here is my Maxx Air Fan, and I just press a button and it opens. Oh my god, it looks like there's a fly trapped in there. How did he get in there? Oh, okay, he just flew out. And then these are my LED lights. They're very bright. I don't use them very often just because they aren't like the best lighting, but I use them to cook at night. Oh, and this, same as the trim on the back. I just feel like this made such a difference on making the van feel like a home. And the sliding door has a window, which I installed and I love. I can't imagine not having the window. And for all of my windows in my van, I made custom window covers. So at night, I just put them up and no one can see in and I can turn my lights on. And this floor down here, this floor is engineered red oak. And I just love how small the panels are. It just gives it more of a homey feel than like really thick vinyl flooring. That pretty much wraps up the tour for the inside of the van. I'll show you the back of the van now. So this is the back of my van. As you can see, all of the stickers from most of the places I went on my first round of travel in this thing. But first off is the paneling. So I did the same paneling I did on the ceiling. I used the cedar and paneled these, made them pretty. These right here were curtains I made. So, oh, this right here is my outdoor shower. And I just adjust it and I have a hot water shower. And it's really great. I used it a lot when I was traveling. Yeah, I'm not going to take all this stuff out because there's a lot, but I keep my seasonal clothes. So keep my camping stuff in this bin right here. Dirty laundry, my window covers, emergency jump starter, which I should have gotten earlier. When my van broke down in a random little town in Washington, and I had to walk a mile to go and get this, which I didn't even end up using because I went down to hook it up to my battery. I wiggled the positive cord and the van turned on. So, yeah, that's another story. That was wild. Back, a couple of other bags, and that's pretty much it for down here. Way back here is my electrical system. If you do want a deeper look into all of these systems, I will be posting my van build series in the next couple months. And I'm going to be talking all about my electrical system and how it works and how I designed it and built it. So, yeah, if you're interested, subscribe. Okay, so I'm on the roof of my van. This is my Maxx Air Fan from the top, and these are my two solar panels. They are both 200 watts of solar energy each. One of the scariest parts of the van build, that's for sure, was drilling the holes through the roof of the van and, of course, drilling the hole for the Maxx Air Fan to sit. So that is my van tour. Thank you guys so much for watching, and stick around if you want to see more of my van travels and my life. I'm gonna be documenting my life on this channel. So yeah, thank you. And if you have any name recommendations, please let me know. Okay, bye everyone.